Hey there, true crime fans. Welcome back to another deep dive into the dark corners of criminal history. Today I'm diving into one of the most chilling cases in American history, a case that haunted the Pacific Northwest for decades. The Green River Killer, a name that still sends shivers down the spine of anyone familiar with the case. Now let's set the scene. Imagine a quiet suburban neighborhood where the sense of safety was shattered by a series of gruesome discoveries. We're in the early 1980s, the Pacific Northwest, a time and place where the community was tight-knit, and the idea of a serial killer lurking among them was unthinkable. Young women are disappearing one by one, and their bodies are showing up along the Green River. The community is in shock, and fear begins to spread like wildfire. The police are baffled, and the community is gripped with fear. Vigils are held, and search parties are organized, but the killer remains elusive. So who was the Green River Killer? Who was this shadowy figure that managed to evade capture for so long? His name is Gary Ridgway, a man who, on the surface, seemed like an ordinary member of the community, but it took nearly 2 decades to link him to the murders. The frustration and desperation of the investigators were palpable as they struggled to find concrete evidence. Ridgway was a seemingly ordinary man working as a truck painter. He blended into society so well that no one suspected the horrors he was capable of. But behind that facade he was hiding a monstrous secret. A secret that would eventually unravel, revealing the true extent of his depravity. Ridgway's victims were often vulnerable women, many of them runaways or sex workers. They were individuals who, tragically, were often overlooked by society. He would gain their trust and then, in a horrific betrayal, he would strangle them and dispose of their bodies in remote areas. His method was both calculated and cold-blooded. He later confessed to killing at least 71 women, though some believe the number could be even higher. The true scale of his crimes may never be fully known. What made Ridgway particularly hard to catch was his methodical approach. He was meticulous in covering his tracks, leaving little evidence behind. The murders seemed almost random, making it difficult for investigators to establish a clear pattern. Each crime scene was a puzzle with missing pieces. It wasn't until 2001, when DNA technology had advanced, that authorities finally had the breakthrough they needed, the science that would finally bring Ridgway to justice. DNA samples from the crime scenes matched Ridgway, and he was arrested, ending his nearly 20-year reign of terror. The community could finally breathe a sigh of relief. In 2003, Gary Ridgway pleaded guilty to 48 counts of murder to avoid the death penalty. His confession was a chilling recount of his heinous acts. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a fitting end for a man who caused so much pain and suffering. Even in captivity, Ridgway remains a haunting figure, a grim reminder of the evil that can lurk beneath the surface of society. His story is a stark warning of the darkness that can hide in plain sight. So there you have it, folks. The Green River Killer, a man who instilled fear into the hearts of an entire community and whose actions still send shivers down our spines. The legacy of his crimes is a somber reminder of the importance of vigilance and the relentless pursuit of justice. The community's resilience in the face of such horror is a testament to their strength. If you want to learn more about other notorious killers, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We have many more stories to uncover and mysteries to solve. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious. Remember, the world is full of stories waiting to be told.